welcome everyone to the rehearsal for Jack and Dulcie. Thank you all for joining me here today as we go through the proceedings. Jack and Dulcie, you will be seated at the signing table at the front with me. I'll be seated beside you just over here, that way I can guide you through the ceremony and the paperwork. This is when your favourite song, At Last by Etta James, will play. As you will already be seated, there isn't really a general order of entry because we're going to all be seated together. The signing table will be positioned in front of us so that we don't need to walk around or stand up to go and sign some paperwork. So the ceremony begins with the processional where you'll both be seated. We'll then move into the welcome where I'll welcome your guests and introduce myself, and then you'll give each other away. I'll do an introduction, share your story. I'll ask Jeffrey to come up and share a religious reading, followed by the monitor asking the legal vows, ring exchange, and pronouncing of the first kiss. And then we'll sign the register. Then it'll be the conclusion. We'll sum up from there, and I'll wish you well in your marriage. And then it'll be the processional, which is where we all kind of go out together. So the monotone, for you that don't know what the monotone is, the monotone is a legal requirement in Australia, in Australian wedding ceremonies. It's where the celebrant explains the nature of the marriage by law, okay? It ensures both parties understand that they're entering into a legal binding union. This statement must be spoken before the vows for the marriage to legally be valid. The repeating of the legal vows and why we do it, and the wording. So repeating the legal vows is essential as it's a requirement under the Australian law to make the marriage valid. Each partner must clearly state the intention to marry using specific words so that the commitment is legally recognised. The exact wording that must be included is, and it reads, I call upon the persons here present to witness your name, and then it'll say take you, then it'll be your partner's name, to be my lawful wedded wife or husband or partners in marriage. The signing will occur after I pronounce you husband or wife, and you may share your first kiss as a married couple. This will happen on the table in front of us where we're seated, so you don't need to go anywhere, it's right there, really accessible. Paul and Amanda, you'll be seated next to Jack and Dulcie over here, and when I say that we'll be signing the register, this is your cue to stand and join us at the table. Jack and Dulcie will sign first, followed by Paul and Amanda, and then myself as the celebrant. When you have signed the witnesses section in the documents, witnesses please return to your seats. As we will be seated at the table, we'll already be in front and centre to continue on with the ceremony. When the processional begins, Jack and Dulcie, you will walk down the aisle with your guests and witnesses following behind you. Does anyone have any questions for me? No? Okay.